Hello everyone, welcome back to our Mudbox 2017 series on this stone bridge we've been working on for a little bit. Before we went in and sculpted out all these little hard rocks, but now we're going to actually visit using our projection tool on our sculpt and see how that works for us. So I'm going to go ahead and add a new layer in. We'll call this one projection. Okay. Alright, so what I did is I went ahead and uh, added in, did it take? Looks like I might have not actually pulled it into this project. I did before. Must have not added them in. Okay, so let's go ahead and see if I can find them then. Go to add stamp. Oh, that's the reason why I can't find them. They're underneath stencils. Okay, my bad. Okay, so on the far right here is where I add these guys in. These are just some Google images I just pulled up. You guys can go ahead and grab these if you want to. And use this. So let's just experiment a little bit and see what looks good. Alright, so I have a couple different stencils I can try out and see what fits the bill here the best. Let's try just using this one. You're going to want to use your sculpt brush. If you use wax, it'll kind of make it bulge out. Sculpting tends to just drive in the details from these alphas. So let's go with 0.3, that's fine. Let's make our brush a little bit bigger. And stay away from the corners. You're going to be very light on the corners. You're going to have some erratic details going on. So make sure we get straight on with it. So I'll put my little box here. We don't have any kind of tilt going on. Alright, let's just kind of lightly put in some of this detail. Okay. Let's go over a couple times, make sure I get that in there good. Okay, hit Q to make sure that projector goes away. Let's take a look at it. Kind of like that look. It's alright. Good surface detail. I can see where the rocks are at. I'm going to go ahead and try out a different one just so I can have a couple different options to check out and see what I like. Okay, let's try this one. I do really like that one too. That one's kind of nice. Over a couple times. That looks pretty good too. Alright, I'm going to do one last one here. I think I have one. Let's see here. This one comes with Mudbox. This one. Let's try this one out. Like I said, I'm just experimenting right now. I just wanted to see what this kind of looks like. Okay. Hear that? Okay. So, this texture here has this more slated look. Let me pull up the reference image and see if I want to stick with it. It's kind of a square, boxy kind of rock they have going on here, not so much slate. Okay, well, I think that for ease of texturing, if it was my personal product and I wasn't planning on having you guys all follow along, I'd probably spend more time and probably go with this one just because it's got more surface detail and might look a little bit better in the end, just visually, a little more pleasing aesthetically. But I think this one will be easier to have you guys follow along, and we'll have better results in the short run. So I'm going to use this texture And then I'm going to probably use this texture on the road up top here. That would make sense. This can be kind of like a cobblestone kind of road. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and cache out this guy here. Just throw it in the trash. Okay, I'll just create another one here. Recall this one. Side wall projection. Okay, that's good. I'm going to go ahead and turn that back on with this one. And that's the one we're using. Okay, make sure that I'm at the right angle. Okay. Let's go ahead and also turn on symmetry. That would make the most sense. Let's go ahead and make sure that's turned on. Put on the X. Okay. And now we can go ahead and start driving some of these details. This projection here. Just make sure you go over it a couple of times. My strength is at 0.3. I don't want it really high, otherwise these surface details will start to get out of hand. Okay, that's good. Just right to the edge. Okay. Okay, let's see how that looks. Pretty good, easy peasy. Got a ton of surface information there with very little effort. That is the best takeaway from the projection brush. It just takes a picture and just smashes it on there. Uses the alphas to help drive in all those surface details. Okay, I could go ahead and add that same texture to the side here. It's not super necessary since most of the time you're not going to have a bridge like this where this piece right here is actually going to have any texture information, because if this is the road, then this would never be visible. So I'm not going to bother texturing that spot. It doesn't make any sense. What I am going to do is texture the road here, though. So I'm going to go ahead and activate, let's see here, which one was it? And I'm going to have to create myself another layer, so I'll just go ahead and call this one road projection. Okay, and let's go ahead and there it is. Let's get ourselves lined up from the top view. Make sure sculpt is still on symmetry. It is. Okay. And now I need to also decide, do I want these to be pushed up or pulled? Do I want these stones here to be up, raised up, or I want them pushed in? And if you sculpt down on it, you see what's going to happen here. So you can get an idea like how these alphas are going to work. Let's test it out for a minute. Okay. So if I zoom in here, you can see that where the rocks are actually being pushed in, and that's not what I want. I want those to be raised up. So I'm going to have to inverse these guys. I believe that if you hold down Control, you will inverse this. Okay, so let's go ahead and just Control Z, undo that last projection. Back to top view here. Zoom in a little bit. I'm going to use my S key. That will make it to where this will scale. Okay, let's say I want it to be like that. Then I'll hold down Control and start to sculpt this in. I could already see that it's pushing in the spots that it was raising before, and the spots that are rocky is being pulled up. Okay, that's perfect. see what we got. That looks really good. Like that. Okay. Sounds good. Let's go ahead and rotate this around. So if you end up in the top view here, I can't get to rotate from the side again. What's going on here? It has to do with your wheel here, so just once you click on the home button over here, it'll bring you back in, or you just click on, like, home will bring it back out to where you're back in your normal 3D. So it'll flip you around, bring you back to your back, whatever you need to do, makes things work. Okay, so we're at just over 10 minutes. This is a good stopping point, so I'm going to go ahead and pause the lesson. Thanks for watching, guys. In the next lesson, I think that I will probably already have this side over here. I'm just going to sculpt this on my own time. But I think that in the next lesson, we're going to dive right into adding in the finishing texture on some of this stuff, and then dive right into sculpting. So in the next lesson, I'll see you guys there. Thanks for watching.